Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you two different looks from Haus Laboratories. So I used products from Haus Laboratories. I combined them with other products in my collection, so don't come at me. Obviously they don't have like a million eyeshadows. This I combined with other products that I have, but I just wanted to show you how you could realistically use the products that you have and create one like more subtle look and one very dramatic look using the Haus Labs products, and also give you guys my initial reactions, what I think about the products themselves. It's just like the lowdown, because you know, I think that these are products that are pretty hot in the market, but because they're an online exclusive, they're exclusively through Amazon, a lot of people have been hesitant to purchase them. You can't try them ahead of time like you could if they were at Sephora or Ulta, but I wanted to just give you my opinion on these products and also show you two ways that you could put together some looks. One very dramatic, and then one that's more wearable, very approachable for like the everyday person, and very easy to do. So let's get started. Alright, so for this first look, I really want to do something that's very approachable, and I think that a lot of people will actually wear from this line. I know that a lot of it looks very avant-garde and it can be a little bit overwhelming, but I want to do something that's more approachable but still like a beautiful glam look. I'm going to be using the Aphrodite Glam Attack, so I'm going to just swatch this for you guys. That's right there. It's just that beautiful champagne glitter, so you can see there's that like beautiful micro glitter going on right there, and this does seem to blend out really nicely too. Almost looks more glittery as you blend it out. So yeah, I think this will be one of the most approachable products from her line, just because it is like that nude champagne color that everyone loves. So you can do like a beautiful glam night out, even if you're not super comfortable with like dramatic makeup. So I just have a bare face, some concealer on my eyelids, my eyebrows done, and some foundation, but nothing else. We can get back to the face later, but I just want to show you guys these products right here from the line. So I'm going to just do a very like neutral kind of look with the Aphrodite Glam Attack, but I first want to give my eyes a little definition. So I'm going to go in with my Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills just to set like the foundational work. I know a lot of people have this palette, so I think it's pretty like approachable, but if you don't have these exact shadows, you know, feel free to use what you do have. I'm just going to use a few very neutral shades from this palette. I'm going to go in with Golden Orchard, which is just like a very, I don't know, camel kind of toned matte eyeshadow, and I'm going to just pop that into my crease. And I'm using a Sigma E40 brush. I'm going to just wiggle this back and forth, holding my hand a little bit further back to get a very soft gradient. And then I'm going into Burnt Orange from that same Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, just to deepen up the crease a little bit. I'm just keeping this a little tighter and a little lower down on the crease. And I'm keeping an overall very like rounded shape. I'm not really bringing this out too much. Now that we have that very subtle wash of color, I'm going to take a Morphe 522 brush and I'm going to dip into Tempera, which is just like a very neutral light matte shade. Popping that right under the brow bone and just pulling that down a little bit. Because we have like that super glittery shade that's going on our lid, I want to keep these colors matte, but you can feel free to like use a shimmery shade as well. I just think that this complements the overall look. And I'm just going back in with my Sigma E40 brush just to smooth out any harshness in the crease. I'm now taking Aphrodite. I'm gonna just put like a big blob on the back of my hand so I can get it on a brush and work it with it a little bit easier. So I'm taking just a synthetic little shader brush. This is the N15 from SLMissGlam. I'll leave all the brushes and info down in the description box. I'm going to start in the center of my lid and just pat this out. Because I just want that overall like glitter bomb on my eyelid, I'm fine with it kind of going into the crease here. You can see it really is merging with that other shade. And I feel like these lights aren't doing it justice. It looks beautiful. To keep this look pretty simple and like classic and approachable, I'm gonna just line my eyes from here. I'm gonna use the liquid Eye-Lie-Ner. And what I did notice when I initially just swatched this pen is that it is super black. So I love that. And it is a very like flexible tip that you can maneuver. Super black. The only thing is if you have like super fine lines, this is so liquidy, I think it might settle into those lines. So for example, here on my hand, you can see there's a little bit like fraying around the edges, right there. So I think if you had like more mature eyes, that could be potentially an issue just because the formula is so liquidy, like I said. So something to keep in mind. I'm gonna just do like a very classic cat eye. So that eyeliner went on super smooth. It's actually really surprising. Like, I don't know, I always feel like these pens are always the same no matter where you get them from, but that's not the case. This is really top notch. This is probably one of my favorite liquid eyeliner pens. This one and like the Kat Von D little brush tip one, these are really like different from the rest of the felt tips. So if you're looking for a really, really awesome one, this one's great, and it's super black and matte and really, really easy to use. So I did the same thing on the other eye. Essentially, I just wanted to have a very rounded look to my eye, still a little cat eye, and I brought it in the front area here. I'm then gonna take this little like smudging brush. This is the Jessup 322, and I'm gonna just smudge this on the bottom of my eye just to give me a little bit of definition and a little bit of balance with this very subtle crease that we have going on. And then I'm gonna take Cypress Umber, which is just more of a like chocolate brown color, just along the lashes. Before moving on to mascara, I'm going to take a little bit more of Aphrodite onto a very, very small little brush just to give a little bit of like shine in the inner corner. So here I'm using the Jessup 237 detail brush. And give my eyes a little squeeze with a eyelash curler. And I'm gonna use the Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, which has been one of my favorites lately. You could call it quits right here, but I just want to bring a little bit more depth to the eyes. So I'm going to take Antique Bronze from the same Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This has like a little bit of like a purpley brown tone to it. And I'm just going to pop this on the very outer edge right here where the crease meets the eyeliner. Just a touch. What is nice is that it seems like eyeshadows on top of this like liquid glitter blend out decently. I'm using a Jessup 231 brush, and then I'm going to go back in with my Sigma E40 just to blend that out a little bit more broadly. Alright, so I just threw on some highlighter. I used the Ofra Madison Miller little palette. I mentioned that I got this in my Ipsy, so I used this shade right here, which is like a golden kind of highlight. Really pretty though. And then I also use the blush from this palette. So this one right here, it's a pretty neutral tone. So I think this is like a very subtle wash of color on my cheeks. And for bronzer, I use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, just the original one. What I'm going to do now is line my lips with the Haus Laboratories lip liner. This one is Myth. This one came in the little trio that I got. So I'm gonna just line my lips with this, and then I'm gonna throw on a more bold lip just to bring some life to this look. I don't know if you guys could see, but this lip liner is pretty much the color of my lips naturally. So I'm just using this as a base so that I just outline the overall shape of my lips. I actually really love this lip color. Just the lip liner by itself is pretty awesome. But I'm gonna take it up a notch with a red lipstick. I'm going in with my Illimasqua lipstick in Midnight. Such a pretty red. And I'm just gonna layer this on top. Just to get these little edges here, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M443. This is a little like pencil liner brush. And I'm just gonna fix up these edges. This is the final look. Let me just spritz my face with a little bit of setting spray. I absolutely love this look. I feel like this is the kind of look that would be perfect around the holidays. Really classy, you know, but you get a little bit of fun with the inner corner and with the glitter on the lid. It's not super basic, but it's still very approachable, very wearable. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this look, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we are back, and I wanted to do a test with different products from the line. And so I have a few others that we haven't gotten to yet that I just really want to test out, and I want to do a more dramatic look. So the last one was more approachable, still obviously with like some glitter or red lip. It's not, you know, an everyday or like no makeup look, but it is something that's a little bit simpler and easier to do. And I thought that I would do the other extreme and do something that's more of like a wow factor, something that's more colorful using her products. Just like the other look that I just did, I'm not going to stick to the Haus Labs products because I genuinely feel like people will not be using them by themselves, and I kind of want to do something more playful, more colorful, and more fun. And so I'm going to be pairing up with the Norvina Volume 1 palette. I feel like this is just one that I haven't shown you guys I got, but you know, I got it. You know, I just want to have fun with the products that I have and have you guys tag along for the ride. So I hope that you're okay with me using other products and doing a look that's combining several different like palettes and products that are out. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. So just like I had before, I just have a little bit of concealer and some translucent powder on my eyelids. My eyebrows are done, and I have a little smidge of foundation on my face. But overall pretty simple. I'll go back and perfect everything later. The main thing is I'm a little bit concerned of like some fallout, so I don't want to like do everything super beat and then have to like go back and fix it later. You know what I mean? So we'll keep it more simple. For this more dramatic look, I want to do like a cut crease look, which I just feel like is the epitome of drama and is super like on trend now. So I'm gonna start off with the shade B4 from my Anastasia palette. This is just like a Barney purple, kind of like that shade. Tap off the excess, and I'm gonna just shape my eye. So I'm gonna just stick this into the crease and then in the outer corner, just kind of stamping along the way. I'm doing a slightly winged shape here, applying a pretty generous amount. See, it's super pigmented. And for this, I'm using a Jessup 234 Luxe Smoky Shader Brush. Just making sure that we have like a general outline. This is messy, that's fine. A lot of this will be covered up once we cut the crease. You can tell this is pretty messy at this point. I'm grabbing A5, this like hot pink color, onto the same Jessup brush. This is again the 234. And I'm gonna stamp this around the edges of this purple that we just laid down. Then I'm going to take the color E3, which is like a mustardy kind of shade. And I'm taking this on like a more tapered blending brush. So this is the Jessup 228. And I'm just gonna blend around the edges right there just to soften this pink a little bit. And just bring this a little higher. I'm now taking, this is a Luxie 237. It's just like a micro blending brush, and I'm gonna work on properly blending out this purple shade, the B4. We really just want to soften the edge of the purple, and then if we need to go back in and like fix any areas, you can see there's like a little bit of patchiness. We can do that later. And then just to clean up the edges a little bit, just a tad, I am taking this Vasanti contour eyeshadow brush. Again, it's one of these like little mini brushes, and I'm taking up C1, which is the white color in the palette, just to clean up these edges a little bit and highlight the brow bone. Up next is the fun part. We are going to cut the crease, and for this I'm using the Anastasia eye primer. This little baby right here. And I'm going to be using this no-name little paintbrush. What I look for is just something that's like a little bit pointed, flat. I'm kind of just blending the edge here with the purple, so my brush just has a little bit more of like a mixture of those colors, and that way we get like a softened edge here, but here where we cut the crease is definitely more solid. It's more of a solid line, while here on the side I'm allowing that to kind of merge with that purple right there. I'm gonna go in with a combination of D2, which is this like sparkly kind of blue, and I'm gonna mix it with B4, which is the original purple color that we used. I'm gonna use that on the outer edge just to blend a little bit and give some pigment there. Using again my Luxie 237 brush and just blending this edge right here. Taking this micro shader brush, this is the Jessup 237, and I'm picking up D2 again, just patting it to bring this inward and intensify the color. And we're just having this color slant kind of outward so that it just looks more like a gradient when we add our next shade. So for this next shade, we are going in with the Haus Laboratories Glam Attack. This is the purple one, so it's called Rose Bitch. Really pretty. It has a bit of like a mauve to it, to be honest. Super glittery. I'm gonna just lay a good blob of that onto my hand and then use the same brush that I cut my crease with to apply that. So I'm just patting that on and then meshing it with the blue right here in the center, just wiggling my brush back and forth and bringing it a little bit more inward on this top part here. So again, we have more of a smooth gradient. It's cool because when it goes on top of the blue, you still see the blue a ton, and it just really helps mesh it. It's almost like an eyeshadow topper. Alright guys, so now at this point we need to clean up. I will be right back and we're gonna have this cleaned up. I'm also gonna just blend a little bit, which I'll show you guys right now. So seriously, the power of just cleaning stuff up makes such a big difference. So all I did was use a little wipe, remove all of that dust that was under my eye. So there is a good amount of like fallout, pickup from the Norvina palette. And then I just applied my face products. But I just want you guys to see how freaking beautiful that glitter is and how it really transformed the blue that we have kind of in between the shades. It really just made it so much more interesting. If you want, you could also add in like an additional line of glitter to really emphasize the cut crease, but I'm not going to do that today. I really just like how this looks. It's a little edgy. I'm going to go back in with a few eyeshadows on the bottom lash just to help balance the eye look out. Everything is super top heavy. So I'm taking B4 on this same Jessup 234 brush that we cut the crease or emphasize the crease with to begin with. I'm going to wiggle this under my eyes. I'm then picking up, this is the Jessup 230 and the A5, which is that hot pink color again. And I'm gonna just blend out this purple with that shade. I'm gonna take a little dot of that mustard color again, just to help blend this further down here. This is E3. And now we're gonna use the Eye-Lie-Ner from the Haus Laboratories line to line our eyelashes. We're gonna do a wing. We're just gonna follow this natural shape that we already carved out with the cut crease. Well, I threw on some lashes and I finished up my eyeliner. So this is where we're at now. I'm really loving this. I just brought the black eyeliner inward to make this a little bit more angular. For lips, I'm gonna use Myth again. This like nude color, and this time I'm going to use the accompanying lip gloss, which is the Haus Laboratories Venus. I'm going to fill my whole lip with the lip liner. I really love that lip gloss. It feels so comfortable. It's thick, but it's not sticky at all. It feels like really moisturizing. And the color's so pretty. I love it. And there we have our final look. Overall, let's talk about the products that we use today. So the actual, like these eye glitters are awesome. I love them. They really do dry down to like a powdery finish, which I'm surprised by. I didn't think that was gonna happen. So yeah, I really like these Glam Attack little glitters. Both of them gave me beautiful color payoff and like this incredible little micro shimmer that you really notice in person, and I wish that the cameras picked up a little bit more. The lip liner is a beautiful color, so if you're not sure and you want to play it safe, I would say get the Myth one because it's super wearable. Overall, like you can get the little packages where they come in like the Glam Attack in that champagne shade. You get the Myth liner, you get the lip gloss. And I feel like that's a great introductory way if you're not like so sure about the brand or you just want to test out like the formulation. Those are ways to play it super safe, and you can wear something glamorous and fun, but it's still very wearable. The eyeliner is awesome. I really like this eyeliner. This is top 3 in eyeliners ever. I love like the pen type of eyeliner, and this one is one of the best I've tried. So this one is right up there with the Kat Von D. It's super black. It goes on really well, and what I liked is that it doesn't get like stuck in the eyeshadow like some other ones do. So some of those types of eyeliners, when you try to go over eyeshadow, especially very pigmented eyeshadow, it kind of like skips, or the felt picks up on that powder and it can like really affect the quality of the eyeliner. But this one, it just went on super smooth. It didn't have any kind of skipping. It didn't blend with the eyeshadow, nothing like that. It just went on super smooth. So I really liked that. I think that these are just really high quality products. The ones that I think I'll repurchase time and time again, the Myth lip liner. It's just a great shade for me, so I think after I use it more, I'll probably just love it so much that I could definitely see myself repurchasing that item. The Glam Attacks, I can't imagine myself going through these super quickly, so I think that they will last a long time. But I could definitely see myself purchasing a few of the other shades. One that I'm really interested in is the black one. It has like this micro glitter, looks like gunmetal. It looks really cool, so I could definitely see myself getting that one. The quality of these products isn't cheap by any means, and even though when I first saw this, I thought it looked kind of cheap. It's actually really nice packaging. It's weighted. It feels like really luxurious, so I'm glad about that as well. And overall, the products, everything that I tried was really good. Like nothing was like, oh, they really missed the mark there, or oh, that's just cheap, or it was just basic. The only thing that I would say is maybe basic, I guess, are like the lip products. I didn't find them like amazing. I think the lip liner is really just a great color for me, but like in terms of formulation, it's nothing like extraordinary. It's pretty normal, but it is creamy, it's not drying, so nothing like negative to say. It's just nothing that I was like, oh my god, this is life-changing. But I don't know how a lip gloss or a lip liner really would be, so yeah. So that was it for today's video. I just wanted to show you guys two different kind of extremes of how you can use these Gaga products in your beauty routines. And both are more, you know, going out kind of looks. This one's definitely super intense. If you're very, very comfortable with makeup and color, it would be something to try out. But I think that's the fun of it, is that you could still play around with these. You can incorporate it with other products in your collection and really make something fun and fabulous. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.